is going on, guys? Tuesday, April 25th, 9 p.m. Eastern. That means it's time for Comic News Weekly on ComicManAndy's YouTube channel. If you guys are listening to this on the audio podcast or watch on the replay and you haven't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to ComicManAndy. Bunch of great content. But we also have a bunch of great topics to discuss tonight. Over the next hour, we're going to talk a little bit about Jonathan Majors. He's been in the news a little bit lately. Also, being April 25th, that means we're almost in May. And what comes out beginning of May? Guardians of the Galaxy #3, one of the movies I've been most excited to see. We're going to talk a little bit about Guardians of the Galaxy tonight. And we are also going to have Ryan's here tonight. Ryan's been missing in action, but he's back. So we're going to have a little bit of Ryan goodness topics. And of course, we always have our new comic book day picks. But before we get into any of that, let's bring those panelists in here. From Beyond Wednesdays himself, we have Mr. Bryan McClay.
Thank you, sir. What's going on, brother?
What's up? As you can tell, I came right in from work. I'm still dressed for work, but it's Tuesday night and ready to get at some of this goodness and have this great conversation as we get people rolling into the chat. But gonna roll more people into this show as well. Welcome back, Rhynoverse, Mr. Ryan Hayslip.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I guess to wait for just a minute. My dog's going crazy, but I'll be back. Sorry, guys.
In the Marine Corps, we used to say, I'm up, they see me, I'm down. He came, he left, he'll be back. But the owner of this channel, who's so graciously hosting us with, you might get mistaken for ZZ Top, his beard is growing by the minute, Mr. ComicManAndy.
It's gonna be May. It's the only thing I can think about when we start talking Guardians of the Galaxy and everything else.
Yeah, they released the Awesome Mix, basically the music from the movie on Spotify. And luckily, I don't have Spotify, but I have Apple Music, and someone made that playlist, so I've been listening to that. Always one of the best things about the Guardians movies is the soundtrack. But yeah, while Ryan's taming his wild beasts, you guys having a good week?
Man.
Yeah. Good week so far.
Yeah, I always say good week. It's Tuesday, but man, sometimes by Tuesday it's been a week, and it's definitely been busy in this household. Had a good weekend. Looking forward to May. Looking forward to the pollen going away. But yeah, let's rip into these topics.
Yeah.
I mean,
here in Michigan, final winter has settled in. It snowed all day today. All day.
You said it snowed?
It snowed all day today here in West Michigan.
Yeah, the temperature dropped here in Maryland today, but we're done with the snow.
We had lake effect from breakfast until well after lunch. Just lake effect snow kept rolling off of the Great Lakes. And thankfully, it's just warm enough that it's all melted and gone. But I tell you what, I mean, snowflakes like as big as 50-cent pieces falling all day today.
That's where you get a pot of chili going.
Also, draft pick week.
What's this weekend?
This week is NFL draft.
I've been jaded. Only good news coming out of NFL is teams finally selling to someone else.
I was about to say, yeah, aren't they selling finally?
Yep. But I will say,
no.
Premier League is coming to the U.S., right? They're doing like teams, and they're doing a tour around the cities with a bunch of friendlies. And I did buy my tickets today to see Chelsea at FedEx Field on July 30th. It's 2 matches, man. And holy cow, those tickets are a lot cheaper than NFL games. I got club level, 50-yard line, or midfield, I guess, mid-pitch for $85 a ticket.
Wow.
For 2 matches. And then, of course, you add on the fees with that $150 in fees and crap. But either way. And if it gets too hot out, we can go on the concourse level and eat all the Ben's chili bowls and good stuff. But they're like, hey, we didn't come here to listen to you guys talk about that crap. What you are here to talk about is we did talk a little bit about Ant-Man Quantumania. We talked a little bit before the show. One of the best parts I thought of that whole movie was John Majors. John Majors fantastic actor in my mind. Everything he's been in has been great. I made Creed 3 watchable. Devotion. He's Loki, but he's been in the news a little bit lately, and I don't want to say being canceled, but he's being dropped from some projects. Luckily, he's not been dropped from MCU. I'm of the mindset innocent until proven guilty, but there was an incident with his alleged girlfriend, an assault, and since that news has come out, he's been dropped from. His manager dropped him. He was dropped from an Otis Redding biopic, which I didn't even know was happening. But now that I read it, I was heartbroken because I love me some Otis Redding and I love some John Majors. But no word yet from Marvel dropping him, which I hope they don't. But I want to get your guys' take on this. Are you familiar with the story? What do you think of John Majors in general? And do you think, hey, with the facts that are known, Marvel should definitely drop his ass right now?
Well, I think that's just it. You said with the facts that are known. And when seeing this article, I started digging and looking further. I don't know that anything is factual yet, or at least I couldn't find anything that was up to date and quote unquote factual. It still sounds like this is alleged. Now you're of the mindset of innocent until proven guilty, which is, I hope everybody feels that if they're ever in this position. I don't know exactly what happened. For those of you guys that are uninitiated, there was apparently an altercation. And I think they described this as, oh man, how did they describe it again? Majors was arrested a few weeks ago in New York after allegedly physically assaulting a woman in her 30s, believed to be his girlfriend. Well, it sounds like it's being a little bit mishandled from his legal team as well, stating a few facts before the case or stating some things as potentially factual with text messages before the case. And I don't know what to make of heads or tails of this. I want to know what's truthful. And this article talks about how he's being dropped from some things, but it also says that there's still no news from Marvel, but they'd be shocked if something doesn't happen.
Well, let me say, do you think because Marvel is now Disney, well, or has been Disney, that they learned from the whole Johnny Depp thing, and maybe they're not going to be so hasty to make a decision on things because of the Johnny Depp situation?
You bring up Johnny Depp, and I was saying the same thing also with James Gunn.
What's the Johnny Depp situation?
Well, they
dropped him from Pirates over the whole
Pirates and everything like that, and then he came out that he was innocent.
Oh,
and then they're like, well, they canned him from everything, and then he doesn't want to go back.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I still have not seen the movie. I should probably get off my keister and see the movie to find out more about what went down in it, to be honest with you.
Which movie is it?
Ant-Man.
Oh.
He was the only good thing about that movie.
I love that movie. You stop poo-pooing it. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, outside of him, it was a forgettable movie outside of his performance as King in that movie.
That's because you were sleeping. It was a good movie.
I mean, you got Jello people bitching because they don't have any holes, and then that's just
we have to wait until we hear more, right? Like,
yeah,
unless we have solid evidence that he's a psycho. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants him to be canceled. I think it's kind of getting tiresome. This whole
cancel culture is canceled.
Yeah. Well, Three Rivers is saying he's got a long reputation for this, which I was not aware of at all.
Well, and I've seen a couple of I guess interviews or just a few things with him in it around the same token or same kind of ideas, and he seems very aggressive when it comes to that kind of stuff. It seems like he's quite aggressive to me. He's not your calm, cool, collected type individual.
I don't know, but from hearing what everybody had to say about Ant-Man 3, this could be devastating news for MCU. Well,
then there's rumor I won't say rumor, but there was articles on saying if they did, who should replace him. They're talking about the actor that's in the FX show Snowfall replacing him, but I don't want to be insensitive to the alleged victim, but I'm also Jonathan Majors is probably one of my favorite actors. To me, he reminds me of a younger Denzel Washington. I mean,
Well,
the roles that he plays, from Devotion to Harder They Fall to Loki to Lovecraft Country. But I don't want to sit there and say, "Oh man, I love him. He's a great actor. I want to see him in everything." He's going around
I think
assaulting people.
if there's one thing we've kind of learned is that accusations are exactly that. They're accusations, and until they're proven, you don't really know what's going on, because unfortunately there are a lot of people in this world that try to take advantage of the situations or the system or whatever however you want to say it, and cry wolf when nothing really happened. Yeah. And it's because that the circumstances usually fell in their favor if it was to go down that hole. But so I would say that you being like that is perfectly fine. It's kind of what I think everyone should be, until you hear something that's concrete, or they actually have a verdict on something. You kind of just roll with it and take it with what it is. Because if you act too hastily, you're making a judgment on somebody when you really have no reason to make a judgment on somebody.
Well, you're right. I mean, and like what Wood said in Cosmic One, she wants some of that Disney money. I don't know if that's truthful, and I don't want to sound insensitive to a potential victim, but in the same fashion, how many times have these situations that have come to light either come to nothing, or somebody gets paid off, or there's no irrefutable proof that something has actually happened and somebody's in the wrong? I don't know. I'm not going to throw a number out there, but it seems like every other time, like half of these things that I see crop up and happen, there's no fact. There's no proof. There's no irrefutable evidence that something necessarily went wrong. Now I'm generalizing heavily, and I really shouldn't be, but that's why some of these articles just kind of go in ear, one out, and in one ear and out the other ear in 30 seconds for me. And the reason why we're paying more close attention to this is because it's Majors and it's Ant-Man 3 and the potential future for some of the other MCU implications for the future of the MCU. That's where the importance lies. And like Wood said, I don't want to sound insensitive to a potential victim, but in the same fashion, Bryan, you and other people are right. Without fact, without evidence leading to fact, we're just jumping the gun and pointing fingers when we don't know.
Here's another thing. What if he did do it?
What if?
Should that prevent him from being able to find work anywhere and just automatically getting canceled? How many other people are in these jobs, or in these actors that do things that are just as bad or just as worse, but they're getting A-listing jobs all the time? I mean, I'm not advocating for it, but at the same time, the guy should be able to find work.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone kind of views his work or that style of work as a privileged work, and that it's not really work. It's more like a thing. And so that's why everyone feels like they can cancel an actor or a musician or whatever it is, not really taking consideration that just because it's kind of a recreational thing on your end, on their end, it's very much work. It's very, very much work. Like they are like, I know for like the musician aspect, it takes a lot of time to write a song and to put that down and whatnot. And it's a lot of fun, but yeah, it's a lot of work too.
Yeah, acting is legitimately an ass load of work. And I do kind of agree with you that, like in the general populace, if you commit a felony, then that strictly limits your ability to maintain or achieve certain levels of workloads. But it just seems like anybody in the spotlight that has anything happen, whether it's proven or not, whether it's not a felony, where they're castricized, or they're just kind of put on a chopping block immediately. And is that because of the privilege of being in that position and making that kind of money and being that figurehead?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can look at people that have come and gone before then. I mean, look at Robert Downey Jr. Look at Mel Gibson. So,
well, we're all for second chances, and I think those are probably would be considered second chances. But again, it comes down to what really happened and what didn't happen. I mean, if this guy did some really fucked up shit, then yeah, definitely he needs to be canceled. He needs to be in jail, right? So I think that we have to wait to find that out. But I agree with Wood, where like if he got into a fight with his old lady, then you know, and it was just a fight, and then she's just using the law, you know, to pin him up, you know. I don't know, man. You know, is that worthy of there's no black and white. It's all nuanced, it's all gray. What was the situation, you know? Like
what was it? Did she like go through his phone or something? And I forget the whole situation that happened, but
there was text messages back and forth between the two of them that I think the lawyer was going to use to say, hey, look, here was a disagreement. At least that was what I was gathering from a couple other articles was, here, look, this was the disagreement and this is all that it amounted to. But it sounded like they jumped the gun ahead of time too.
So it says here, Majors was arrested a few weeks ago in New York after alleged physically assaulting the woman in her 30s. The actor's lawyer claimed that the client was completely innocent and probably the victim, promising to present evidence that would clear him of any wrongdoing. Said evidence, a series of text messages, only ended up casting Majors in a worse light. Quote, it read like a bad Lifetime movie. They basically look like text messages of a textbook abused woman. One person who's working closely with the case with Majors on an upcoming project told the trade. Majors has already, I don't know, man. It sounds like still we just don't know. We don't know. So it's interesting, dude.
What's interesting is Daymare says she's recanting her story according to several news sources this week. Interesting.
Recanting?
Yeah, taking it back.
It's where you take a can and you take the contents out of that can and you put it in a different can.
Let me take a look here.
This is fucking with you.
If you can't, it means if you can't more than once.
Oh.
You're recanting. All right, Beavis. I watched that show. It's a major show.
Yeah, JLS is comment. Sorry.
Yeah, man. This security footage rolling around of alleged Jonathan Majors accuser at club dancing on the night of the incident. So there you go. There's, I mean, you know.
Yeah, and like sorry, I forgot who said it, but I saw other articles too where they were talking about it. You know, it wasn't a one time. There was other movie production staff that were saying it's a pattern of behavior with him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get the cops called to your house once a month for 6 months, yeah, there's a pattern there. Not that anything necessarily has happened, but if people are calling for disputes, there's a pattern.
Well, he's going to be in, it says here, Jonathan Majors confirmed to return in Avengers 6 by Game Rant a couple of hours ago. I don't know how true or how credible that site is, but that just came out.
I imagine they're just going to roll forward with everything like it's normal until they have other reasons. But man, who would take his spot if they did do? You know, that's the question. Who would you have take his spot if he's not going to do that role anymore?
Danny DeVito.
Jonathan Majors' victory all but assured. Alleged abuse victim spotted partying in the nightclub the same night of the incident. Says Jonathan Majors was arrested in Manhattan after a woman filed a complaint. Per the reports, the woman is his 30-year-old girlfriend. He's accused of choking and slapping his alleged girlfriend, per her statement. The 33-year-old actor assaulted her in a cab. Since the woman launched the complaint, his team are trying to prove his innocence, and that his legal team presented a video in court of her, I guess, partying the night of the incident. So,
I'm with Daymare's. It's messy on what happened. It just sounds messy. Only time will tell, and the truth when the truth.
Yeah, but thanks for giving us something to talk about tonight.
Speaking of something to talk about, McClay.
Yeah, go Bonnie Raitt on them.
Yeah. Guardians reviews are saying that this is a sad one. Strong emotional reactions to this movie, and I think we all kind of knew that, right? Supposed to be sad and emotional and satisfying, is what we're hearing.
I always love Satisfied.
Yeah. They're calling it MCU's saddest and most darkest movie yet, which is very interesting. That's very the second part is very interesting.
Yeah.
This
Sounds
is
like
getting
Donny
me,
Cates wrote that solicitation.
this is getting me really interested now, and I kind of would like you guys to help bridge the gap for those of us that did not see the holiday special yet, and why we should make sure that we see the holiday special leading into this in 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
May 4th.
May 4th. Oh, so not even a week and a half.
Next week.
2 weeks. Yeah.
I think some next Wednesday for some.
I'm excited to get my ass back into a movie theater with some popcorn for a really good movie.
Heck yeah, AMC's giving away like commemorative tickets for it.
Nice.
But
because you know
yeah,
what?
I saw the holiday special. I don't know what really. I mean, they kidnapped Kevin Bacon. Is he going to be? The only thing I don't like that they explained why, but I don't like Groot. I don't like. It almost looks like they went from like CGI to practical.
Yeah, why
someone in some crazy?
Why does it look like a 5'10" bodybuilder is wearing a Groot?
Yeah, it looks like if I were to play Groot, it was like one it was tall, skinny Groot. Now you just got like wide Groot, Bryan Groot.
I mean, it's gonna be May. I keep saying that in my head. I'm excited. I'm excited at one, like you talk about the soundtrack all the time. Two, I'm excited just for a really damn good movie sitting down that's not like uberly focused on superheroes. I feel like when I watch a Guardians movie, it's more I feel more relatable when I watch a Guardians movie for some reason. I don't know if that's Chris Pratt and his ability to act and where he's come from or what.
I think it's similar when I like the game a lot. The game was really good. And it that was one game that I was like, man, this is probably one of the best stories I've ever played in the game.
Man, I mean, like I said, it sucks because we're saying goodbye to some of these. And Bautista, I mean, holy cow, perfect as tracks. There's I think this is one of those movie franchises where the humor and the action are great. Like you say, Chris Pratt, we know him from Parks and Rec, right?
Yeah.
Before?
Yep.
And I'm anxious to see Bautista and from the previews of him on the couch arguing whether it's supposed to be slept on or sat on. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great close to this chapter, and we'll see where it goes from there. But the only thing I can see how it tying into the holiday special, which I agreed, it was great family fun. It was a good Halloween, but they went to Earth, or as you say, Terran, to kidnap Kevin Bacon. It looks like they go back to Earth in this movie.
What's kind of interesting is watching some of the lightly spoilerish stuff on YouTube. Talks about how Peter Quill hasn't been on Earth in forever. And that's something that you don't even really think about at first glance. At least I didn't think about that. Where do you guys know where we can watch the holiday special at, actually?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
It is on Disney Plus. Okay. How long is that?
It's like 40 minutes or something like that.
Shit, I'm gonna watch that tonight before bed then.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good watch.
I'm with popcorn here, brother. Bautista has come a really long way.
Yeah. Well, so was The Rock and John Cena both. Then bust on the scene with great acting chops. Now I know Bautista's like he doesn't like being compared to them because he wants to be known as a thespian, not a wrestler turned actor.
I appreciate Richie in his comments, man. I really do.
Oh yeah.
Feels like the source material. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna. The only thing that I'm wondering is, are they gonna? We know we're gonna lose characters. We're gonna probably lose Chris Pratt, Gamora, Groot, or Rocket. So does that mean that we're gonna create a new team, or are they just gonna end Guardians? Right? Are we gonna get a team now with Adam Warlock, Groot? A couple other new people. Is that where they're heading? That'd be interesting. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I've heard. I guess rumor that Guardians will carry on, but it'll be a new team.
Yeah.
And then I was also wondering if they were going to go kind of old school because, you know, Sylvester Stallone's coming back and we'll see. And then I think we're supposed to basically also get a Rocket origin story in this movie, I believe, right?
Yes.
I believe so. I mean, it's really good opportunity if that's how it's going to play out. And that's what's going to go down is if it's still going to be the Guardians, but a different group, a really good opportunity to do a new line of movies potentially.
Yeah.
I apologize. My dog is. I have an old dog that's going. He's blind, and I think he's just starting to lose it the past week. He's just been barking at the sky recently.
Poor dude.
Led by Warlock. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really more pumped. The more I text you guys, the more I talk with you guys, the more pumped I'm getting for this movie. And it's the May 4th, and there's gonna be so much going on. Jedi Survivor is out this Friday. That's gonna tie up a lot of free time. That's gonna be a massive world to explore or massive game to explore. Then this movie drops the 4th. What else we got going on?
Spider-Verse comes out a couple weeks after, and then there's a couple other movies. Blue Beetle's coming up.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah, May and June are going to be action-packed with conventions, movies, great content, great comic books. It's going to be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know, Three Rivers. What do you think, McClay?
What's that?
Spec for a team led by Warlock. I don't know.
Well, that was part of the original run of that Abnett and Lanning group, right? Warlock was a big part of that spec. So, you know, I would continue to look at that stuff. Also, not just Warlock, but Fiavel, the chick that plays what's that character? Richie will know. I can't remember the name of that character. Female character. Anyways, yeah, man, I think that that early Abnett and Lanning group is based on, you know, Warlock and that team. So we'll see what happens. Warlock stuff is it's been specced on for years.
Like with the number 2, they were all, you know, the old Thor issues and then especially when they were first announcing Infinity War and
Fiavel. That's who I was talking about, but she goes by something. There's a name that she uses other than Fiavel. It's I forget what her name is. Quasar. Yeah, Quasar. Yeah, she's a female Quasar. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, some of the critics' comments were pretty good to read. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is more than ever Star Wars as a stoner comedy. Lovable weirdos, big Marvel action, and goofy jokes.
Yeah.
It's my kind of movie.
So the next Guardians movie is Mel Brooks still directing? We can get like Guardians Spaceballs.
There's rumor floating around about a Spaceballs sequel.
What?
They need to.
Who's playing Candy's part?
I mean, do you think of the merchandising? Like literally nowadays with everything going on, the merchandising that would come off of that.
Jack Black would play John Candy's part.
Actually, I think you're on to something there.
What was it? Barf? What was it?
Barf. His name was Barf. I think you're really on to something. Jack Black playing Barf as a fill-in for Candy.
Perfect.
I mean, he's got kind of that same figure as John Candy did back in the day.
Yeah. And he'd be perfect for that part. He'd take that part on so well.
Guardians of the Spaceballs.
That's just one of my favorite scenes of my young childhood is watching Spaceballs and Barf in the camper with his tail wagging, listening to music, and he turns around and he's just munching on a giant box of milk bones. Every kid in my school from that point on, decided it was cool to try eating milk bones, and every one of us
so
regretted it.
good.
We all regretted it. Dog biscuits. But you know what's not gross? New comic book day tomorrow.
Lots of cover picks this week, man.
Dude.
I'm
glad this is why I absolutely live for Tuesday nights with you guys, is because I scoured over that list, and I 3 days I scoured over this list, and I missed some of the best things to talk about that you guys are going to talk about tonight.
I got a question first. Who's going to the theaters this weekend?
In my basement with Jedi Survivor. That's my theater this weekend.
No one else? No one's going to go check out the re-release? You poo-pooing it? What if they gave you a poster?
I'm out. Outskis.
I would only go, like I said before, I'd only go if it was the original theatrical release.
You don't like the updated version?
No. Like, well, they did like 2 updated versions, right? They did like in like the late 90s, they did something, and then George Lucas did like more with it for like the DVD release.
So
they re-released them in theaters. But yeah, I like the original theatrical. I actually have them on DVD. A Patreon member had sent them to me, and I was like, it was the coolest thing ever. Because it's hard to find the original theatrical releases now on DVD or anything.
So you're not going because they don't have it in theatrical release? It's your way of protesting?
I'd rather go see the Fathom Events Flashdance. Re-released for...
I give up. All right. What's the next topic? New comic book day.
In all seriousness, I'll take a break from Jedi Survivor to go watch that with my son, to be honest with you.
I know. Cool. Yeah, see?
Whether it's the theatrical release or not, I'll probably still go see it because it's not going to be super expensive.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm going to go just for the fun of it.
It would be cool to take your kids to see it.
Yeah. Take your kid to see it. I agree.
It would be cool to get blown and go see it too.
I've seen it too many times to go do that.
Flashdance is a better Flash movie.
Yeah.
All right, back to new comics. What we got?
A lot of interesting cover picks this week. Some Guardians of the Galaxy cover picks. This is kind of cool. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Bane of Blastar #1. It's got a cool Groot.
I can't do these landscape covers.
Yeah, I know.
I like it. I'm with you, McClay. It's a cool cover, but landscape kills me.
Yeah. Doctor Strange #2's got a good Alex Maleev variant.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. Betsy Braddock, Captain Britain #3 has got a pretty cool Aka variant. Is it Aka?
Like an anime style.
AKA. I don't know what AKA is, but AKA variant is what they're saying. Yeah, that's a cool variant right there. Let's see here. We also have probably the book of the week, in my opinion, and one that I'm bummed I messed up on. Shout out to my boy Dollar. That being Strange Academy Finals #6, the 1/25 Scotty Young. That's amazing.
Now, is that purely on cover, or is there something in that?
Purely on cover for me. It's got great covers all around, but this is just amazing. Next, we've got the Star Wars Kari Andrews 1/25.
Yes, that I got lucky. That's in my pull box waiting for me.
Black, white, and red. That's Vader, black, white, and red #1.
That's one of the best
like
Vader
cool
covers.
Negative space cover. A lot of times they've been crap lately.
That's one of the best Vader covers I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Invincible Iron Man #5. I love how they're doing the connecting version of the Leighton Iron Man cover. So I think that's cool. Be on the lookout for those. Harley Quinn has got some great covers this week. The Frizen is amazing, but so is this one. The cover C, the 1/25. I love that one. And then here's the 1/50. That one's I'm not a fan of that one. But here's the main cover. pretty interesting. And then there's a Natalie Sanders, but the Jenny Frison is just absolutely awesome.
Natalie Sanders, is that like KRS?
Yeah, I think so. And then the final cover buy only this week for me, Vampirella Strikes number 12, a great decapitated head cover.
Let's say the head makes that cover.
Oh yeah. And then there's some other good ones for it. Here's the Segoya. They did a, let's see here, cosplay, Mayhew. But here is the Perillo. There's a version of that one. And then there's a ultraviolet that I like. I like those ultraviolets. But decapitated head covers are great. Here's the Ivan Tao. Oh, actually, here's the Mayhew. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then a couple of non-cover picks. New character in Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 2. This worm character. So that could be interesting for DC. And then our boy Tony Fleece, Local Man number 3 is out this week. Great looking cover right here and great book all around. Shout out to Tony.
That's a Tony Fleece cover?
Yeah, no, this is a is it Tony Fleece or Tim?
I was gonna say that looks different for if that's
Fleece.
his cover. That's kind of cool because it looks different than.
Yeah, it's Tony Fleece, and it looks like it's Tony Fleece. Yeah.
Yeah.
It says cover writer, artist, and cover artist. So this is the variant for it. That's pretty badass. So yeah, I'm really into this this Local Man series. I'm gonna try and get Tony on the show soon. And then here's one for our boy Ryan. I really like the Venom Lethal Protector number 2.
That reminds me of like a G.I. Joe cover from the 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
It's probably a homage.
It's awesome. So
that's a weird Venom mouth, though.
That's the Paulo. What's his name?
Yeah, Pablo. Sam, whatever.
There's supposed to be a Venom book
Paulo
coming out with
Sequeira.
ton of variants too.
He does Venom like that.
Just weird. It looks like from far off. It looks like a bird mouth.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are my cover picks this week. Anything for you guys?
Just that Darth Vader, black, white, and blood, if whatever that order that is in. That 1 in 25, I'm lucky that's hitting my pull box. That's a really sick cover. Here's Blue Book is back for you.
Yeah, Blue Book. I really like Blue Book, so I'll be checking that out. They don't have any really great covers this week, though. But good story.
Ryan brings up Quest of the Jedi 1. Is that the High Republic one shot?
Yeah.
You're a one shot.
Yes, I am. How did you know?
Bullseye.
Well, I mean, there were no variants for this, if I remember correctly. Oh, there is one. Okay. That, I love the purple saber on that.
It's interesting.
What about the Alien?
Alien, you're right, is out. Isn't there a Rocket Raccoon one shot as well this week?
Here's the Alien preview.
Yeah.
See, there's that moniker at the top. That's a sick cover.
It is
right
sick.
there.
The 20th Century Fox stuff you were talking about?
Yeah, the 20th Century Fox or whatever that new moniker is, that's stuck at the top of this one now. So I imagine you're not seeing them on these Virgin variants if they're but they're all the rest of the store ones are going to have that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
That's a good one.
Rich is also saying Invincible Iron Man number 5, cover C.
Is that the Leighton one?
Did you already show that?
Yeah, I think so. That's the Bob Leighton one. Let me go to it. Yeah, that's the Bob Leighton connecting variant. This one?
Oh, yeah.
Or was he talking about? Yeah. That's the Leighton one is the one that I really like, the connecting one.
It's Baby Root.
Oh, the Baby Groot one? Yeah, that's the one that is that the one where it has the design variant? Oh, this one, the Stormbreakers? That one?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It is Baby Groot is Iron Man.
Philadelphia. Remember when that option news came out? That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
That would have been really good. Didn't they take the script and throw it out though?
You remember when they made that news came out? It was about a new movie, but it never happened. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Remember when Mark Millar was having his own Netflix universe? That was awesome.
I'm wondering what issue Cosmic One is talking about sold out everywhere. Is he talking about the Star Wars one shot, or I'm not sure what if he was talking about. Yeah, well, we were talking about that Star Wars one shot, and then Richie talks about that, and then a bunch in First Quest, and then Cosmic One says sold out everywhere. So I'm not sure if he was talking about.
Ooh, that is nice right there.
Yeah, Cosmic One is saying the Star Wars one shot is sold out everywhere.
Wow, this is the Eastman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 139. That is amazing.
Is that no? That's cover A.
It's the Eastman regular.
Okay.
Here's the cover A. Wow, all the covers look great.
Last Ronin is out tomorrow too.
This is the 1 in 10 right here. Wow. All these turtle covers are great.
Why does he look so skinny though?
On a diet.
As he eats pizza.
Good.
Don't try it. Jack your ass like a Ludo in the riot.
Cheat day.
What up, Dave? Good to see you, man.
Man, there are some good turtle covers lately. That's for sure. This is one that's coming up, 141.
Ooh, did you see the issue 1 homage next to that?
Yeah, this one right here.
Kind of an homage, not really an homage, actually. It's just likeness of.
Yeah.
Out of time. Turtles. I will not stop buying Turtles books. I swear. Like, I don't go out and buy every single store exclusive that's out there, but every week that there's a Turtle book on the shelf, there's at least a cover A and a cover B, sometimes a retailer incentive. It's very low buy-in to keep Turtles books flowing into the collection for great rainy day reads and some excellent covers for the collection. Seriously.
The incentive variants for this issue are great. Look at that. For 140. That's amazing.
I like how it has the Aftershock logo on it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Very interesting. Turtle books. What else?
Last Ronin is out tomorrow, but I wasn't there. You just missed it. Sorry. Down one more. Down underneath Darth Vader. The last run of the Lost Years. Again, lots of covers coming out for it.
There's our boy Eric Hurd. Awesome. I'd go pick up that one for sure. The 1 in 100 McKelvey. Yeah, there's a couple good ones.
Gotta hit that notification bell, buddy.
Punchline.
Yep.
Oh, that's a different Punchline. That's not Punchline Batman. That's for sure.
What about World Tree? How crazy did they go with covers for World Tree?
Well, this is the one that was released the other week.
Is this just the re-release or?
Yeah.
Holy goo! Holy, it's still going.
One cover for everyone in the world.
Yeah.
One cover for every tree.
Yeah.
I mean, the Matrix cover is kind of legit. If you scroll down, McClay, in the middle there with the tree and the Matrix code, that tugs at my heartstrings. My Matrix heartstrings kind of. That's I grew up with that movie.
Yeah, like the older ones, not the newer one.
There's
That's
only
the
one.
Sienkiewicz cover.
Dave's saying the air cover would be the one to go with. I don't know how many of those are how many of those even slipped out. I don't know.
That's sick. The Bjorn Barons one. It's just Sienkiewicz. Ooh, that's creepy.
Yikes.
That's pretty good. The Bartling.
Oh, that is pretty good. Probably get Bartling to sketch it and sign it too.
Limited to 750 foil by Frizen. Look at that. Holy cow.
That's a foil?
Yeah.
That's probably going to look really good.
UK spot foil exclusive, limited to 750. That's the book right there, dude. That might be book of the week with the Doyle Dormammu book.
Sad Lemon, maybe? If it says UK spot. I don't know who's releasing that one.
That's a foil, so like a green foil.
789. Yeah, it's Sad Lemon.
Yeah, probably Sad Lemon.
It's a $30 foil. It's cheaper than even in the United States for foils. That's not bad at all. That's pretty damn cheap.
Well, let's see if I can buy it.
I gotta stop cover buying. I've been getting a little lax on my cover buying.
Why'd you get rid of it? Bring it back up there. Let's see that credit card number.
Yeah.
I was really disciplined for the last few months, and now those last couple of weeks I'm starting to cover buy again, and it's like I'm not doing terrible, but it's like I don't want to fall into a trap. That would look really good on a shelf.
You're talking yourself into it.
I am talking myself into it.
Yeah, I haven't got a green one in a while. It's foil. I love foil. I have to keep my moniker.
I fucking love foil comic books. I really do.
There you go. It's now you have to get it because
$41.
If you don't, you're a poser.
Limited to 750, and it's $40.
Yeah, $40
shipped.
Yep, $41 shipped.
They gonna mail it to Paul's house to drop ship.
Yeah. That's a good cover, dude. That is a good cover. So I like it.
Sad Lemon. Yep. You found it on 789.
How much does Sad Lemon have it for?
Same price. Forbidden Planet has it for 20. Is that the euro or the pound sign? I don't know.
Ooh, look at that. That's interesting.
Due for release 27. Oh yeah, this week. Okay. It's available to pre-order.
Oh yeah.
So, artist. Wait, is that the Frizen cover? No. Who did that cover? This says Fernandito Blanco. That's a Frizen, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's the Riddler book.
Yeah, exclusive Jenny Frizen.
That's a terrible cover. Holy cow, that's garbage. It's got to be one of the worst covers I've ever seen. Mignola. Garbage. Man, those are all garbage. Yeah.
Mugato's derelict campaign.
Richie says, "Don't do it."
Don't do what? Buy it?
Yeah, he says, "Don't buy it," and I'm like, I know, don't do it.
There's the Apocalypse Ross Timeless variant.
Looks like Trapjaw.
Yeah.
It's like a carpy.
And it's interesting stuff.
Oh yeah.
Not bad.
You've definitely found some gems in New Comic Book Day.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That just gonna leave us with what, Andy? Boogity bow!
Boogity bow! There it is.
What do you got for it?
My one more thing is Jedi Survivor comes out this Friday. That's what I'm going to sink my teeth into soon. I've been really excited and looking forward to that. Doesn't mean the content is going anywhere. We're still keeping the content on a regular schedule. And con season has already started, but Motor City Comic Con is next month. If anybody watching this on the replay or anybody here watching live is going to Motor City, please make sure you guys let's team up and get a Motor City group chat going so we can meet up. I know there's been at least 3 or 4 people have said that they're going to be going. Double O is going to be going. Man Cave Collectibles is going to be going. Comic Talks is going to be going. There's at least the Comic Burrito group lives in the Michigan area and they'll travel to Detroit for that. So there's at least 7 or 8 people that I can think of off the top of my head that we could be meeting up with. We would it would be nice to hang out with some people and spend some time together.
Hell yeah, man. I got a show tomorrow night. Come hang out tomorrow night. And then
Where?
Be on Wednesdays, brother.
There you go.
On YouTube. Let me see here. What else? Friday night, I'll be doing the Hot 10 with Richie and Stein. And then Saturday night, Modern Comic Mayhem. We got some cool things in the works. We got a new show we're working on. It is an industry show where we have titans within the industry, new and old. People like LCS, brick and mortar shop owners, online only retailers, publishers, magnets, major producers, that type of stuff. Industry titans, and it's going to be a fun show. So we're putting that together right now. That should be starting up probably within the next month or so.
Nice.
Well, Rhynoverse is starting to heat up too. I am working with my buddy Andrew, who is with Football Card Quest is the name of his channel on YouTube. And the series, we're getting together this week to finalize kind of what the first show is going to be about and then move on from there. So the first one will have the most like things to put together, but the rest of them be kind of just showing how the progression of the cell was going. And that being said, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this or not, but in football, the down in Donruss, they have an insert that's one per case called Downtowns. And I don't know if I have a gift or what, but I've been able to pull 4 of those out of this year's 2023 Donruss blasters, all out of blasters. And I got Barry, which is actually sold the Barry one already. Buffalo quarterback,
Josh Allen,
Gronkowski, and last night I pulled the rookie for the Steelers. I can't think tonight. Pickens.
Sounds like you're picking good cards, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I'm just kind of excited because I've never been good at pulling the inserts. Last year, I pulled one out of a lot of packs, and this year I've been able to somehow grab 4 of them, which is just crazy to me.
I remember Ryan last year is like, I'm done with this. I've got all of these cards and haven't pulled a single good. Now here he is 4 for 4 out of this.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Kenny Pickens. Isn't that his name? Yeah. McClay, no?
What?
Addictive, isn't it?
Yeah, Pickens. Yeah.
Pickens, yeah.
Pickens cider.
It's been cool. And I pulled a manga card too from Prism. So it's been kind of fun. That's when it really gets fun. And, it goes back to tell you, when you just do it for the reasons you enjoy doing it, not for money reasons, it becomes so much more fun and so much more exciting. So just have your priorities set when you're going into like your different hobbies like that. Do it for the fun of it, not the money of it. And it'll be a lot more fun.
Yeah. Speaking of Donruss, I showed these to McClay, and I've opened up a pack tonight before the show, but I did get a box of Donruss Soccer. So I got a hobby box. I ordered them straight from Panini. This one actually has women's national team autos. And then, of course, it's got first Erling Haaland auto in his Norway jersey. Night moves.
Night moves.
But I wanted to also just use my time to ask McClay if he ever heard back from anyone from CGC from last week when we were asking if they how do they determine fair market value.
So I reached out to Matt and I asked him to come on the channel, and he said that he couldn't come on that week, but he's willing to come on as soon as possible. So that's
Awesome.
where we're at. Yeah.
So make sure you guys subscribe to Beyond Wednesdays for that and other great content
coming soon.
But that's all we got for this week. Thank you guys so much. Great conversation in the chat tonight. Also, if you're watching this on replay, make sure you comment below on this very video, because ComicManAndy sure appreciates that and appreciates the engagement. And we always appreciate all of you so much that we'll see you again here next week.
Boogity bow!
Double up, double up, double up. The money a color, 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 color. Excuse me while I change. The roller buggy has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty.